Hello guys, today I'm just going to be narrating through my process for how I polish and prepare receivers from the milling process onto the next step of the steps that turn it into a functional serialized part. So here I am sanding, this is the bolt ramp. It is the part where the bolt will slide into, and then there's a ramp that it will push against and snap into place. If you're familiar with guns, you know what I'm talking about. And the reason I'm doing this is because when it comes off the mill, we have to mill it in two different directions, and that causes a blending issue where the tool will rattle or deflect, is the technical term, one way, and then it will deflect another way because of the two separate directions that it's going in at that tang area right there. So the solution is just sand it down, blend it, make it look nice, and that's what we do. We go in with a 60 grit. We normally use ceramic pads, but we were out when I filmed this, so this is just an 80 grit standard woodworking pad. It gets the job done just as fine. And then once I'm done here, I'm going to switch over to 120 and do fine sanding, just to not make it look like it has a bunch of scratches and whatnot in it. Just make it look nice. Alright, so here we have a different angle. I couldn't really get a good shot of this just because I have to hold it close to my person to get a good grip and get that angle that I need. But there's a little side area to the one side of the tank, left or right, depends on if it's a left-hand or right-handed receiver. So I just needed to there's this one area that's again blending issue, same reason. So I blend that in, hit it with the 60 grit, and then I hit it with the 120. Here we can see I'm switching pads. Okay, so pads need to be switched when they run out. They don't last long. The ceramic ones work a little better, they last longer. But the woodworking pads, I'll go through, they're three-sided, so I'll go through about a pad per piece. That depends. So there's two pieces that come off of the machine with every cycle. The first piece is going to be the finished part. That's what I'm holding right now. And the second piece is the run ahead part. And that's going to be the part that we polish up and get ready for the third op. So the first op does most of the body work. Everything comes off pretty much. Second op is going to do cut off the top, the tang area. And then the third op, I'll show, there you see my sanding, for better or worse. So the third op is going to be the final op, and that's going to finish the tang. So the second op mills it, third op finishes it. It does all the tapping, everything else. It's on a 360 rotary, so it rotates, it gets every angle it needs, and this is where the end of the part is finished. Most of the work is done on the first op, though. Roughly 90% of the cycle time is just working on that body in the first part. Here I believe I've switched over. So I'm polishing, and if you look closely, you can see that there are lines and streaks on the bottom of this part. The reason for that is because we have an integrated pick rail on the top of the part. We can't add that on later, so we need an oversized piece of stock in order to mill that feature into the part. So the way that we do that is we literally just cut all the excess off, and there's a tool that goes up and down all around the body. It leaves lines because it's not perfectly flat, it's gonna wear, you know, it's part of the tool life. So I'm going to have to, and later on, I'll talk about it then, some more in depth, but later on I'm going to have to get all of those lines out of the bottom of the body, just so that we can have that integrated pick rail and not have any, you know, issues with whatever. So I'm sanding the where the magazine will go in right now. I need to do the top and bottom of that. That's a blending issue. For the same reason, we have multiple tools going over that area. Some tools have different wear comps that we need to adjust and change, so we just need to blend it out. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes we can just let it be good, but other times, most of the time, honestly, it's a process of just blending it, and if it's not blended, sanding it. There's 3 features that I need to sand on this part. It's going to be the magazine, the top and bottom, but I also need to do the ejection port. That's where the round is going to eject after it is shot. There's one feature I need to sand on that, and that's what. I'm sorry, I switched them up, didn't I? My apologies. The ejection port I need to polish the top and bottom, and then the the mag port I need to polish just the bottom. The top is a shape already, and it will get modified in the third op. It'll have a bit drop down at like a 70-degree angle and get in there and get all that. So here I'm switching to the 120. These are the fine grit pads. These are going to finish the polish and make it look nice and shiny. So the reason I'm doing this again is just looks. This is all about the looks. These are $1,600 receivers, just the receivers, as far as I'm aware. So these are somewhat high-end. Ooh, little flip. And I do that literally every day. I haven't dropped one yet, fortunately. I don't plan on doing it. But even if I did, there's a cardboard just placed on the table to prevent any issues with that. So the top of the pick rail on that one piece, I have to sand that because I don't sand it with the 60 grit, but I finish it with the 120 just because I am going to leave lines when I'm polishing that tang, and that's gonna leave a mark on that integrated pick rail. So I just go over and blend it and make it look nice and uniform, just to get rid of the scratches from the 60 from the tang area. That's real quick, just wipe it across. It's the sander does most of the work, honestly. Looks like I'm switching. Okay. I probably forgot to hit a spot because I was focused on recording here. It happens. Just quick, go back over. Or maybe there was a line. It looks like there was just a line. I didn't take too long. Alright, so got the line out, back to polishing. Sanding. I could probably have knocked it out with the 120, but sometimes it's just a little bit faster to go drop back down to the 80. Am I done? Yep. Alright, so this is the next step after sanding. We're just going to hit it on this wheel here. The tang, as I showed, has lines and streaks in it. Mind my camera adjustment. I noticed my arm was blocking the view, so I tried to get it better. You can see I'm just hitting and trying to go up and down somewhat evenly. There are high spots and low spots I need to focus on blending in, and a lot of the lines are in the low spots, so I need to focus those areas, and then I'll go blend it more properly. It's a muscle memory thing. And then there's also two parts. You can see that ramp. It's not solid. That ramp is only like a quarter-inch thick. Not even a quarter. Like an eighth or 3/16 or something. But I forget the specific dimension. That is difficult because I can't for the ramp of the tang. I can just put it on and it'll make contact. I'll find the spot where it's sitting flat against the wheel. But for the upper parts, I have to make sure I'm at the right angle going in and maintain that angle with an up and down motion all the way down the tang in order to get a nice blend between that wall and the tang. Here you can see the finished product, nice and shiny. I need to do that on the other side as well, and that area is easier to blend because it's the wall thins out a lot, and I can hide a lot in that thinning, and it's not the most difficult. It's honestly the more solid wall that's the harder to blend of the two. And again, this all makes it shiny, makes it look neat. It's all about the looks for these kinds of parts. And if any of these are a problem, I will get them sent back and be told what the issue is and how I need to fix them. There is a deburring and inspection process. They are also going to be wet blasted in the next step after they are checked. And the wet blasting is literally just going to remove any and all scratches or imperfections. Here I am showing, nice and shiny. My camera quality is kind of terrible. I'm new to this. I've got a year to learn. So we will make improvements, and this process will hopefully get a bit easier. I showed those lines I was talking about earlier, and I'm just going to do nice, smooth up and down motions. So the tool meets the body, and I do need to get that out. So I'll take a rip right along the line, make sure I'm on that line. I do not go over that line or there's an issue. And that is a hard issue to fix because it's supposed to be flat to, it's supposed to be like a flat to a round. But if I go round and round it in, now it's a round and it looks terrible. It does get plated, so a little bit of bleed over is okay. But I want to try and avoid that as much as possible. So I'll rip that line get it knocked out, and then I'll blend it in. It's the best way that works for how I've come about learning to do this part. So I don't need to do most of that top tang area. I do anyway, just in case if I end up missing one of the spots that'll come out in the finished area. Because remember, that entire top right there is going to be cut off in the second operation. So most of that I don't need to polish, but I do anyway. This area right here between the ejection and mag port is annoying because it's small and thin, and if I leave the wheel on it for too long, it'll round over the chamfers instead of making them what they're supposed to be. So then it'll look bad. So I need to not round those over as much as possible. So I just need to, like, up, down, constant flow. Do not get stuck. Do not pass go. Do not collect $100 or $200. You know, just getting that line nice and neat right there. The transition, a lot of it's I start off at an angle, I rip across that line that is going to be the issue right here, and then blending it in. And that is the motion for most of the features that are going to be close to the edge or near. And I like to grind the part that the side that is closest to me, and then I will flip it and do the side that is closest to me then. So I have a better angle. I can see what's going on better that way. And a lot of this is all just precision, making sure it looks nice, making sure it's uniform. There's no deformations, no pits, just nice and smooth as I can get it. This wheel is balanced, and it is dressed constantly to keep it flat and to make sure that it doesn't leave these kinds of pitfalls and problems that will come up later if not properly done right here in this step. So that is going to be the grinding of the body. Here I will be showing you nice and shiny. I'll run my hands over this and make sure it's all good, and that's most of this part. Alright, move the camera. Okay, here I am hitting it. Okay, I decided to Alright, so here I am hitting it on the wire wheel. Quick hammer change. I am going to hit this on the wheel so that it'll knock off any of the burrs that are left over from the milling process. The machine isn't perfect. The tools leave little bits of metal, especially in those corners, and there's a lot of corners on these rails here. And we just need to whack them off on the wheel. So I'm just going to hit it at multiple angles, from below, at 90, at 135, just as many angles as possible just to hit those burrs and knock them off. And I'm also going to rip up and down the wheel itself, just like that. And this is going to allow me to just hit them in a different angle as the wires themselves are moved and pushed into those slots. And that's going to get rid of any burrs, but it's also going to make it so that it's not razor sharp, because that is a point. The metal comes to a point there, and it is very sharp, and it will cut you unless we get rid of those. So this serves for looks, but it also has a function. And then I'm just gonna go quick around the body and knock anything off that might have been there, and I'm also going to do the ejection, the bolt release pin. Here, it appears that I'm back on the body. I might have just missed something, and I'm going back. I don't remember. I do roughly 8 of these a day, so I don't always remember what I'm doing on all of them. Here, yeah, it looks like I just missed an area on the top there. So I'm just gonna rip and blend. I didn't miss that much, did I? Well, I guess I'll take this time to say this is just a little passion project of mine. I mean, it's always a dream to do YouTube, but it's not a goal. This is just something I wanted to do. I don't have much going on. I just want to do something. And right now I'm in a bind, just saving money so that I can get a house for me and the missus. So this is something free that I can do, and hopefully just gives a couple people some stuff to watch. So not super serious on the whole YouTube thing. Long-term watcher, short-term creator. There's always the hope that'll work out, but gotta be realistic about these things, and I think for now just posting fun content and just doing something that's more than nothing is the goal of this. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. There's another bit here in a second. I think this is just gonna be when I'm wheeling or something. I can't tell. Recording this in live time, obviously just reacting to the video while I voice over it. Yeah, it looks like I double recorded this, or did I do a separate piece maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it's some dead time just to chat and talk. Happy Friday the 13th, assuming this gets uploaded properly in time. It is the day of that I'm making this recording. I recorded this segment roughly, I think, either Monday or Thursday last week. Let's see. Yeah, it just did it twice. That's weird. Alright, well, editing mistakes aside, thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. If I can reach more people, I'll be happy and appreciative of that. And then, if any of you happen to know better editing software that's free than Clipchamp, if you happen to know what I can be doing differently, how do I like stuff like how do I reduce all that glare from the lights? I can't get rid of the lights, and they're always going to be there. So just any pointers, any suggestions, help is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. This is a passion project, but it's also a people project, and I appreciate any and everyone that watches me throughout this next year. I'll try to do daily content. Shorts are easy to make. I can quick knock some out. If I post a bad one, I'm being lazy. There's a reason. But long form, I'll try to do once a week. If if I can manage it, try to do something where I'm building. But that's all. Thank you very much. Peace out.